There is a powerful story in the Old Testament that carries significant lessons for us today. It is found in Genesis chapter 38, an account of deception, justice, and an unexpected twist of redemption. Judah, the fourth son of Jacob, had parted ways with his brothers and settled near an Adullamite man named Hirah. There, Judah took a Canaanite woman named Shua as his wife. Their union bore 3 sons, Onan, and Shelah. As time passed, Judah arranged for his firstborn, to marry a woman named Tamar. However, actions were wicked in the sight of the Lord, and God put him to death. According to the custom of levirate marriage, it then fell upon Onan, the second son, to marry Tamar and produce offspring on behalf of his late brother. But Onan, knowing that any child born would not be considered his heir, deliberately acted to prevent Tamar from conceiving. His selfishness displeased the Lord, and he too was struck down. With 2 sons gone and Shelah, the youngest, still too young to marry, Judah grew wary. Fearing he might lose Shelah as well, he told Tamar to return to her father's house and live as a widow until Shelah was old enough. But in truth, Judah had no intention of fulfilling his promise. Time passed, and Judah's wife, the daughter of Shua, also died. After mourning her loss, Judah went to Timnah to oversee the shearing of his sheep, accompanied by his friend Hirah. Word of this reached Tamar, who realized that Judah had not kept his promise to give her to Shelah as a wife. Determined to secure her rightful place in the family, Tamar devised a bold plan. Disguising herself as a prostitute, Tamar veiled her face and positioned herself along the road to Timnah. When Judah saw her, he did not recognize her and approached her, seeking her company. Tamar, seizing the opportunity, negotiated for a pledge, knowing Judah did not have payment with him. He agreed to send her a young goat later, but as a guarantee, she asked for his seal, cord, and staff, symbols of his identity and authority. Judah gave them to her, and the encounter resulted in Tamar's pregnancy. Afterward, she removed her disguise and returned to her widow's garments, leaving Judah unaware of her true identity. When Judah sent the goat through his friend Hirah to retrieve his belongings, the prostitute was nowhere to be found. Hirah inquired among the locals, but no one knew of such a woman. Embarrassed, Judah decided to drop the matter, saying, "Let her keep what she has, or we will become a laughingstock." Months later, Judah was informed that Tamar had acted immorally and was pregnant. Outraged, he ordered her to be brought out and burned for her supposed sin. But as Tamar was being brought out, she sent a message to Judah, revealing the items she had kept as a pledge. "I am pregnant by the man who owns these," she said. "See if you recognize whose seal, cord, and staff these are." Judah's reaction was swift and humble. Recognizing the items as his own, he declared, "She is more righteous than I, since I would not give her to my son Shelah." He acknowledged his failure to uphold his duty and did not sleep with her again. In time, Tamar gave birth to twins, Perez and Zerah. During the delivery, Zerah's hand emerged first, and the midwife tied a scarlet thread around it to mark him as the firstborn. But then Zerah drew back, and Perez was born instead, breaking through ahead of his brother. This unusual turn of events symbolized a divine intervention, as Perez would become an ancestor of King David, and ultimately, Jesus Christ. This story is as much about human failure as it is about divine redemption. Judah, a man who failed in his responsibilities, was confronted with his own hypocrisy and forced to admit his guilt. Tamar, though seemingly acting deceptively, was ultimately vindicated for seeking justice in a world that left her powerless. What lessons can we draw from this narrative? First, we see the danger of shirking responsibilities. Judah's unwillingness to honor his commitment to Tamar led to a chain of events that exposed his own shortcomings. Second, we are reminded that God's plans are not thwarted by human failure. Even in the midst of deception and dysfunction, God was orchestrating a lineage that would lead to the Messiah. Finally, this story highlights the importance of repentance and humility. Judah's confession, "She is more righteous than I," marks a turning point in his life, as we later see him take a leadership role among his brothers and plead for the life of Benjamin. As you reflect on this narrative, consider how God can use even our brokenness to fulfill his purposes. What are the areas in your life where you need to acknowledge failure and seek restoration? Let us know in the comments. And as always, trust that God's grace is greater than our mistakes. Thank you for watching. We hope you learned something new today. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments. God bless you.